Hey y'all, I'm Alex. Today I'm going to go over some of my favorite check motion and movements to do during a sparring match. Now let's get started. First, I'm going to go over 3 stationary check motions, starting with the first one, which is my personal favorite to use during a sparring match. So, it's just a simple stomp check, which looks like this. Now, when you do this, it's very simple. All you're doing is picking up this front foot, stomping it out. As you're doing that, you kind of want to throw your hands forward just a little bit to just kind of get a reaction out of your opponent. Whether you get them to throw a kick, you get them to freeze up, you get them to move back, whichever it is, it's just a very simple, safe check motion to do to see what your opponent does. Now, second is going to be faking a roundhouse kick or faking a spinning kick. So, to fake the roundhouse is going to look like this. Faking a spin is going to look like this. So, when you do the fake the roundhouse, your back shoulder is just going to come up a little bit. You're going to kind of pivot this hip and this back foot as it comes forward. And you kind of want to move your arms and your upper body a little bit too. This is a really good way to get your opponent to do some moving back. They may attack you, but faking this roundhouse kick, they're going to think a kick is coming, so they're definitely going to react. Now, doing the fake the spin, your front shoulder is going to come back. Your front knee and your front hip is also going to pivot just a little bit to get that fake in the spin. This will also get a great reaction out of your opponent. Now, the third stationary check is very simple. It's just swapping your feet. But you don't want to do a lazy, casual swapping your feet. It needs to be aggressive because it's going to be a check motion and you want to get a reaction out of your opponent. So, you need to make sure it's fast, hard, and you do some movement with it when you do that. You want to make sure you get a reaction out of your opponent, so make sure it's aggressive. Now I'm going to go over 3 moving check motions or moving movements to do against your opponent. Now these are very simple. The first one is just going to be a slide, okay? So when you do your slide, you don't want to necessarily be close and slide into kicking range. This is more for when you're a little bit farther away and you just want to kind of scoot forward and you try to get that reaction out of your opponent. So just a nice, simple, quick slide. When you do this, make sure you push off the back foot, lift the front foot up, slide forward, and then from there you can also follow up with more attacks. Now, the second one is just a step. So same thing, just nice, quick, short little step. You don't want these to be big steps. You definitely want to make sure you're not stepping into kicking range. Keep everything nice, short, but quick. Last is side movement, okay? This is really good because most people like to fight just back and forth in a straight line. You need to work on cutting angles to the right, cutting angles to the left. This is definitely going to get your opponent moving and starting to think as you're cutting angles, they're going to have to turn towards you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Taekwondo sparring tips, I will link my playlist in the description box down below. Go check them out if you haven't seen them. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like us on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys later.